was a bit delayed. I just need to set a couple of settings. Mm-hmm. Right. Hello everyone, welcome to the stream, or welcome to the YouTube recording of said stream. I'm going to continue working on the throne room stuff for episode 13. Episode 12 is proceeding, but there's a lot of fiddly bits that I kind of need to focus on and won't really be able to pay attention to anything anyone says in chat. So that's why I'm working on episode 13, because it's mainly a chatty episode anyway. Okay, I'm going to just undock that. Minimize so I can see, because I'm chatting to a couple of people on Facebook as well. I know, very unprofessional, but oh well. So I can now see chat and I can now see Facebook. Good. Okay. On with the animation, I guess. Let's move that over there. Ow. Alright. Done this. I need to do these now. So I have yes. Okay, so I'm just going to move the comic over to my other window. So I need to have Rex. Oh, there you are. Over here. Then we need to have on Zolo. Where's the door? Why is everything turning green? Doing that. That's weird. Oh, wait on, is that because I pressed that? No, it's not. Hello, Blur Boy. And of course, people start talking outside if I've got my window open because it's quite warm. So I apologise if you hear neighbours ranting or murdering each other. Doing whatever neighbours do. Zone's next. And then HMX. So we will have the Emperor watching them leave. It's a 10-second shot, so we go from this to this. Does that work? Yes, it does. So Grixnal takes his place around here, so we will have him. First off, put another camera there, so we don't have to move. Blurboy, is the stream looking okay? Because I'm getting some error warnings saying it's bad quality. It looks alright on the preview. Okay. Thank you. That's actually quite a nice smooth movement. We'll have the Emperor. No, I have not seen it yet. I am going to see it on Thursday with one of my friends. But more and more people I know have seen it and are eager to hear my opinions. And I will have them when I see it. Oops, that was a mistake. Hello, Devon. One of the people I work with was trying to talk to me about it, but he was obviously trying to avoid spoilers. Like, I can't use any of the words. I've seen every trailer probably about 3 or 4 times. I'll have some new things to unbox, hopefully this week, all Dalek related. And I've got something new for my full-scale Dalek build. If I did, it would have to be in the past, because they pretty much hate each other right now. That's you. wish all shots were this simple. Oops. Zneren moves a little too quickly. So I'm going to make his movement cut off. See if that helps. I'm still learning the fact that you don't have to show every single bit of movement. It's tricky, but I'm getting there. So the annoying thing about Final Cut is that it loads all the files into itself. So if you change a file, like I just did, it doesn't change it in the editor. That's good, but it's also bad because it also uses up more disk space and memory. Whereas like not Final Cut, what's it called? The Adobe one. I'm looking at it. Premiere uses like links to the videos, so if you remove the link, you have to then relink it in the editor. Anyway, so I've just had to go through and clear out loads of unused files. Like I've got 3 episodes worth of these rough shots. I wasn't paying attention. And I think we'll make Onzo do the same. 1 second movement is not. Come on. And one more time. What? Oh, I hate it when it does that. For no apparent reason, it says it cannot write the file, so you have to delete said file and do it again. Apparently there's a fix for it, but I've never got it to work. Okay, so then we've got... Did I make that? No, I didn't. I thought I made it one shot. So, nope. 10 panel. Wait, yes, 3. Stop panicking yourself. Oh, you idiot. Oh, yeah. That's right. So that's done. That's final. I can now tell you that you need to be rendered, but you don't need to be a multipass, you just need to be a single pass. In picture sequences, new folder, scene 60 shot 9. If you're talking about Blur Boy's idea of Xeno and the Golden Emperor teaming up, I could easily show back in the day when Xeno is working for the Golden Emperor. So he started, he worked for him for years, hundreds of years, I think a couple of 100 years. Okay, next shot is number 10, so we set this as shot 10, and we say goodbye to HMX Zenaren on Zero, but we keep Grexnal, keep the Emperor, keep the other guys in the background, delete all the animation, and select the Emperor, move around there. Don't remember what table in shot. We need a sound effector. Only the Emperor talks in this. Oh, first off, never mind. Lines. Xeno. Evil Emperor. Episode 13. They kind of do have a Dalek Supreme, Devlin. Grexnal and HMX's actual role is general. If the Second Empire ever gets big enough to include, like, maybe a galaxy's worth, I'm sure Xeno would. Can't speak. Promote them to Supreme. Because he would need, if the army got big enough, the Second Empire got big enough to have separate armies in it, then it would need Supremes and Generals. But at the moment, there just isn't a need for a dedicated Supreme. If that makes any sense. thought about making a Doctor Who series, Devon, but if I was going to do a Doctor Who style series, it wouldn't focus on the Doctor, because lots of people do, like they do either their audio adventures or their action figure adventures, or sometimes even comics, things like that. And I'd want mine to kind of stand out a bit, so I would follow a different Time Lord, and it wouldn't be either a good or a bad Time Lord. I've got an idea for a character that actually appears in the Second Empire universe, not the Second Empire story, but one of the spin-offs. And she is called Erin, and she is a zoologist, and she's basically just wandering the universe, studying all the animal life, because she can study it from Gallifrey, but she prefers the hands-on. And her TARDIS is like she leaves her TARDIS whenever she can, and she has this. It's almost like a TARDIS tent. But it's just a tent that's bigger on the inside, but not ridiculously bigger. It's like carrying a house around with you. Almost like that suitcase from, what's that film, that Harry Potter film? Fantastic Beasts. Although I'm still convinced that's a portal and not actually inside the suitcase itself, but I digress. Oh, I need to fix your ears, don't I? I can hear a chicken barking. What's up with them? Oh, I think they're just pecking around. Emperor. Okay, save that. Just go into quickly the Emperor chamber and do the same to if you mean the creator, if you mean Davros, then possibly. It depends if you've read the comic of Second Empire. See, Xehanort is horrible to film, to pose in this set, because he's just static. It's like, how many times can you do this pose, or the sweeping around, and he's got such big speeches. It's difficult to make him look interesting. Actually, maybe I should keep Grexnall in there. And Zeno, you are missing your mark. You're not looking at your general. You should be. Very rude. So that's the trouble. I don't know if people watching the Second Empire are aware of the comic, even though I link it in every video. That's why I'm always careful about what to stream I'm animating. Like, this isn't a spoiler. Like, oh my god, they're actually talking to each other, sort of thing. But if I was to show maybe animating the final battle, then I don't think I'll be streaming much of that, for a couple of reasons. Okay, and then... No! Right. I stop. Oh, you are I start can't go down any further, can it? I'll have to adjust that to what are you on at the minute? 55. So make you 60? Oh, is that just that's ruined everything. Why has that ruined everything? Because no, you're not going to work. Why you no work? Is it because I annoyed you? Okay, what the hell have I done? Okay, so Greg's actually needs to back up. Maybe I should just adjust the camera angle. That makes it kind of look like they're looking at each other. Does that really bother people that they're not? That our lines aren't lining up? It kind of bothers me, but I don't really want to back Greg's up too much. I mean, it could. Yeah, you could go there. Yeah, that was better. Right. In all the excitement, I was not paying attention to how long the actual shot was. Oh, hello, Segway Steve. Sorry, I did not see your message. If you're still here, hello. Hello, hello, hello. And now you said, hello, Ergo. 10 points to Gryffindor if you can tell me what that quote was from. The quote was, hello, Ergo. Ah, crap. Stop. I do not want to render a full image. And that's because I'm stupid. Join the live stream where Raven mumbles to himself, answers vague questions, and insults himself. Fun for all the family. The quote was from Stargate SG-1, the episode where the team get tagged by a scientist and this like little guy appears and he wants to learn everything, and it's actually kind of a fun episode. Did I? Yes, I did. Good. Let us render. No, episode 12 is not out yet. I'm animating episode 13 at the moment because episode 12 is in the final stages of animation, and there's a lot of tedious tweaking to do. No, I'm not reading the chat. I'm not even here. I'm just a bot. Ooh, that was a nasty cut. That wasn't. It's just me half paying attention. Why is that so quiet? Okay. So that's one is done. And we only have 96 shots to go for episode 13. Ha. Yes, I was talking to one of my voice actors the other day about how he's been on the project for 4 or 5 years. Hello, Time War. It's scary how much time has passed, but I'm committed to this project. How long does an episode take to make? It all depends on what's in the episode. If it's scenes, shots like this, where they're literally just standing around talking, not that long. The things that take a long time in these episodes is like background action, or let's see if I can find an example. Because the next scene after this one is a scene in the Golden Emperor's throne room. So I've got to animate all these background. I'm pointing at the screen like you can see me. I've got to animate all the background Daleks, all the screens, and you can see every angle, like especially this one where you've got the ones on the balconies that they've got the different screens. I've made progress on this in this set that makes it easier to do that. Like I don't have to have all the videos on the screens when I'm rendering. That can be done in After Effects afterwards, which is a big help. But another thing that makes this set quite challenging is the Golden Emperor. You can see that he reflects everything quite clearly, like you can see all the screens as well. So if I had all blank screens, you'd be able to see it, but thinking, oh, why is there nothing on the screens? And it just points to lazy animation. And there are some quite good examples of lazy animation in Second Empire, but actually we'll still be working on episode 4. Excuse me, I've got gas. Space Pirates of Penzance, yeah. There are a lot of cool little lines. And if the person was asking if Davros was in the series, if you saw the comic images in that folder, you would have just got your answer. What's it doing? Grex Null, that's what. General Grix Null, episode 13. Grix Null's all of a sudden sounding like Khan. I am a soldier. What made me decide that I wanted to make Second Empire? Well, first off, I didn't make Second Empire. I'm sure you're probably aware of this, but Second Empire was made by Mechmaster, who is a user on the Project Dalek forums, and he made this as a comic. And I read it and I loved it. I loved the details in it. I loved the fact that they had names. They're not over the top in terms of their personalities. That they're not telling each other they love them. You know, that they're not singing and dancing and that sort of thing. They're still Daleks. And I wanted to learn how to make cool models, so I asked him if I asked Mechmaster if I could have a couple of the models to study, you know, to mess around with. No intention of doing any animation with them. And he said, sure, which ones do you want? So that's like being given the keys to the vault. I'm like, so I went, at this time the comic was up to, it wasn't up to this page, it was up to about page 200. I think they just left Skaro on the raid. And I was like, I need to be cheeky, I need to choose a set that has the most models in it, the most unique models. So I chose the engineering set, which had Xenol, Grexnol, the blue and silver Type 6 travel machines, the engineers, Agent 700, and I think for some reason it had Utrell in it. Or maybe he sent me Utrell separately. He said I could have like 3 models. So I had a Battle Saucer, Utrell, and that set. And I was blown away by the detail. It was, I mean, they're simple, but there's just a lot of layers to them. And eventually I was just like messing around with them. You know, I thought I could animate this. This is going to be easy. Probably take me about a year or so to animate the entire thing. And he said, so I said to Mechmaster, could I animate it? And he's like, yeah, sure, if you want to, just go ahead and knock yourself out. I was probably thinking, what's this kid on about? He's going to kill himself. So I asked a couple of people, and that's when it started, and that's when my troubles really began. What? If that's relating to the new series, I haven't watched anything of the new series yet, so I don't know. So that was the long version of how Second Empire started. All possible by the generosity of Mechmaster, and the people who do voice work, and Tony, who does the music for me. Right, Grixnall, speak away. I was bred to serve, or something. Oh, that's what I was gonna. Oh, I just forgot. I was gonna stream from my PC today and actually try and do some voice effects live, but oh well. Streaming on the Mac. I've not seen anything of the new series. It's just, I can't be bothered at the minute. I've got too much going on to pick up a new series. What was I doing? Right, I was about to. Does he any of that? Yes, he does. So number. I've lost my place. There we go. Scene 11, but for some reason I've put that into 2 shots, and I can cheat here. I can make shot 12 finished, because I'm going to merge shot 11 and 12 together. Merthalanda says, any thoughts on the current state of the world? It be shit. No, it. People sometimes get caught up in the little things, so long as, I don't know. It depends what country you're in. One of my friends is keeping me up to date with the new series. He's kind of warned me off the first 2 episodes because we thought it was going to be Dalek based, and apparently it isn't. They're in it for like 2 minutes or something. Time War. Well, thank you. When I was, I don't know how old you are, Time War, but when I was young, we didn't have Dalek toys. We had to make our own, so I made Lego Dalek toys. But the only problem is they were 4 times bigger than the Lego figures, so I tightened Daleks. So yeah, thank you guys for sticking around. Just in the Empress vendor, avert your eyes. I've said this many times, but I would love to watch a series of the new Doctor Who and be blown away by it. You know, like literally just like on the edge of my seat. Oh my god, this is amazing. There is absolutely nothing wrong with this. I can't even think to look at if there's anything wrong with this. Oh, that is cool. I'm crying, that sort of thing. But no, it's like, really? Yeah. Well, it wouldn't be a live stream without someone asking when the next episode is going to be out. Okay, Time War. Have fun, or whatever you're going to do. Episode, did I say episode 8? I'd say episodes, I was thinking about 13, damn it. Episode 12 is nearly finished. I can show you episode 12's shot list. So, for those of you who don't know, this is the list of all the shots in episode, in an episode. RD means Rainbow Dash, rendered, which means finished and final and put into the editor. F means final, ready to be rendered. And why hasn't shot 9 been rendered yet? I don't know. And R means rough, which could be anything from a still shot to partially finished animation. There are 75 shots in episode 12, and I have 26 to go, but some of them are roughed. 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. So that'll get me down to 17. Hello, Captain. Captain Forsyth. Hello. I received your email. As for when it will be released, I don't know yet. Whenever I can get it finished. Captain Forsyth, I received your email and I have listened to your audition, but I need to do a video response. Some suggestions I've got for you that are very difficult to put across in words. Expect a reply maybe Thursday, so I've got to record it. Right, back to the thing. Thank you for your audition, though. it's a new thing for me having to like direct people, because I'm always for giving people constructive criticism, but I don't want to come across as I'm calling their stuff crap, which which I never want to make it sound like, because at the end of the day you're giving your time to offer to help me, which is awesome. Cool. This is actually something I learned from someone who did a couple of shots for me a while ago called Tristan. He managed to do a single scene with one camera. These two shots would be basically one camera here, rendered separately. But by combining them and having the camera literally go from this to that in one frame, it's an instant thing, and it looks like two shots that have been put together. I am English. I was about to try and do an American accent, but I won't insult anyone. Don't call him stupid. It's not a stupid question. Comment delays are weird. I think that's because I've got bad video settings. I've had this since the stream started, but I honestly can't find a way to fix it. I've searched, but hey, we're past the 10-minute mark on episode 13. Nice. What's up, TV Studio? Sorry, Minecraft Siblings. I could be putting on a English accent. What are the ranks in Second Empire? You've got Trooper, which is just a normal Dalek. Section Leader, which is the leader of subsections in a company. Tertiary Sub-Commander, which is third in command. No, fourth in command. Secondary Sub-Commander, which is third in command. Sub-Commander, which is second. General, who is in charge of the Conquest Army. Supreme, and Emperor. And there are various like other little sub-ranks and senior positions. And then there's the cult ranks, but we won't go into them. Okay, that was a mistake. Back to that one. And I've messed up that one as well. Lovely. Accents can be tricky. I was just about to ask what's people's most annoying accent, but that's opening a can of worms. I do want to see if I can get this scene finished today. Okay, so you're going to 11, 10, 9 and 8. Good, good, good. All good. Out of curiosity, Mevolander, how old are you? Either very young with a keen interest in politics, or someone who actually understands what that is. Right, actually, that is that page done. Goodbye. Wait a minute. Okay. Wait, no, what? 12. Yes. You can do the bug from Star Wars 2. Now, do you mean the second ever Star Wars, as in Empire Strikes Back, or Episode 2? And yeah, am I the only one that thinks Brexit should be a breakfast cereal? Do you mean the Geonosians from Episode 2? Because if you can do that, that's quite impressive. And I might just have to write a bug creature in just for you to do that voice. Okay. Come on, focus, focus. 13. Not a bad Star Wars episode. Well, then again, I don't think Episode 1 was that bad, to be honest. It's certainly more original than Episode 7. Have I just kicked the hornet's nest? But at the end of the day, Rogue One beats all. Even in some ways rather than Empire Strikes Back. The only way that Empire beats Rogue One is it has more Vader in it. Oh, Starscream. I love Starscream. Well, the animated cartoon one. I just wish he did more in the films. Right, you need to say, well said. No Black Data could have said it better. That's actually Xenon's voice. It's like, yes. I'm the Emperor. Everyone obey me. I think he's number 8. Yes. I think a chicken just exploded. Or sneezed. Okay. Let me try and redeem myself. Episode 1 is okay because it adds the battle droids, which were quite cool. It also adds Qui-Gon, who's a cool Jedi, and adds Darth Maul. And if you cut out the Tatooine and Coruscant bits, it's not a bad movie. basically means just cut out like, I don't know, 50% of the movie. You know, yeah, and kind of forget that Anakin kid's there, because he's... I personally think that they should have started Star Wars when Anakin was Episode 2 Anakin's age. Yeah, Episode 8 doesn't look too good. But then again, I was really looking for... This is my weird logic working here. I was really looking forward to Episode 7, and didn't really like it. But then I wasn't bothered by Rogue One, and absolutely loved it. So I'm hoping that my reaction to the trailer is inverse to how I'll react to the film. Because I watched Episode 8 trailer, and I was like, meh. I just don't really care for the characters, to be honest. It's like, who is Rey? It's like, I don't care. Will Finn survive? Probably, because he's got a 3-film contract, you know. I was hoping you'd forget about the whole Jar Jar thing. I've read some pretty weird fan theories about Jar Jar. Apparently he's like the ultimate Sith Lord. I think it was mostly done in jokes, but some of them are quite detailed and quite thought out. It's like, whoa, okay. You're all going to fall to the power of the dark side. We're gonna take your heart and eat it. There was a couple of episodes of Clone Wars he wasn't too bad in. Oh yeah, it's another static Xenon shot. What close-up camera angles of his head can we do this time? Let's go with the old tried and true travel around the face. Num Num Jar Jar. Oh yeah, there was that Darth Vader carrying like a Chef Vader carrying a plate with Jar Jar's head on it. It was like made of marzipan. The back of Xenol's head. What do you mean? It's like trying to imagine going to the cinema with this guy. It's like, made it. Why have a teleporter and not just a door? Because you troll. Of quite simply. Yum. Ice cream is yum. Just need to check something. Nope. I am 30 years old. Dun dun dun. Yeah, I know Rebels is going to have its last season. It's sad, but it's also good that they're not going to drag it on. And there's also going to be another. I hope we get a new series that follows the Empire more. I'm getting bored of seeing heroes. I want to follow some stormtroopers, like the Imperial military personnel stories. If you think Second Empire takes a long time, you should check that series out. We're on episode 2. Ooh, I just realised these shots are going to take a while to render because of him. What relevance does that have? My pin number is 0172. Right. What would I get out of donating? I can donate 3 pieces of cheese and a mouldy sandwich. How about that? Only $2,000? No. If it's Monopoly money, then yeah, sure. Reminds me of an email I got a while ago, actually. You have been selected to inherit this money that we're trying to just give away because we need to. Just send me your bank account details and I'll have the money wired to you. Yeah. Borg, probably. Because they can assimilate, and Daleks don't really have a decent defense against that. Although the Daleks would put a big fight. I mentioned this, I don't think it was in the last live stream, but it was in another one, where I read a story, a fan fiction, like, I never read them, some of them are weird, about the Daleks meeting the Borg, and when the Borg assimilated some Daleks, they didn't survive very long because their mutations, and they weren't stable. It was interesting. What? Where's who gone? Who gone where? What? What's going on? Cybermen vs. Borg Cybermen if you believe the Doctor Who Star Trek crossover comic. Okay, why has that... Is that actually a disappeared thing? It is, what the hell? There we go. It's weird. Are you just spamming random things now? If you want to make a spin-off, then you need to talk to MacMaster because they're his creations. I have permission to work with them. I mean, you could always just go ahead and do it, but it's polite just to ask. You can contact him on the Project Dalek forums. That's okay. I once had a guy add me on Facebook. This is back when I accepted everyone, and every picture I posted, whether it would be out with friends, just random cats I see in the street, or like costumes and things, he'd question everything. Like, why are you doing this? What's like? Hang on a minute. I don't know who I'll be voting for. Well, it depends if I can be bothered. Which one are you going to vote for? The idiot or the twat? It's actually nice that we're getting to vote this time rather than just being told who's Prime Minister. Well, I put in... No, I have not. That was Xenon 10. I don't know, to be honest. As far as I'm aware, I'm not really part of any. They've really had their day, though. Their ideals aren't really that rational. I'm voting for the Salad Spinners Party. They're a subsection of the Ministry of Silly Walks. Wait, what? No. County, I'm in Nottingham. Actually, we're on the border of 3 counties: Nottingham, Melton, and Nottingham, Lincoln, and Leicestershire. I think the BNP have just had their main donator leave, haven't they, or something? I don't remember. There's a brilliant picture of Theresa May I saw, where she's like, we need to spend billions on like foreign aid and all that, and then it's like, we need to spend billions on new defence and nuclear weapons, and then it's like, the NHS will take billions to regenerate. Are you crazy? We don't have that kind of money. And then the image of her is like she's laughing, but it looks like a scene from Indiana Jones where the Nazis are melting. I thought it was quite funny, but the Mayists didn't. 16, 17. Making progress. They won't appear in this series, but they will be getting their own collection of short videos. I just need to get around to actually finishing that set and some others. We did think about doing... we did think about doing... when I say we, I mean me and the writers of Second and Bath. We did think about doing a crossover, but we're going to keep it separate for now. Wait a minute. Alright. Excuse me, have I messed up? No, I haven't. Because I deleted that shot. Yes, right. I do want to use mine, because all the NSD dialects I have. Hello, Lucas. All the NSD dialect models I have, I've made myself, following a tutorial, but they're still mine. So it's nice to actually work with stuff I've made. But obviously the detail is not not as good. But you've got to start somewhere, right? Look at those. Aren't they lovely? Idiot for not paying attention. Thank you, Lucas. So are you. I just read the first bit of your comment, Mevo, and I thought, wait, what? How annoyed would everyone be if the episodes basically were videos like this? You know, not finished like this, but like that. I mean, in this, it's kind of not too bad, but when you get to shots like this, when you can actually tell, you've got the grids on the floor, I think people will be pretty annoyed. Someone suggested actually, which 3D model were you trying to make and what were you using? Don't you start arguing with your sister again, Lucas. Stop it. Let's see if we can make this a 2-hour stream. Come on. For some reason I have very bad attention. Stop. Isn't that? Who is talking to me? And with that, that is that page done. But first I need to... What? No, 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 no. Are you completely stupid? You had the right file and yet you changed it. Why don't I have music in my live streams? Because I don't like the dancey, dubsteppy type of things that people tend to play. The music I do like would probably get this flagged within about 10 seconds. I do know there's some like royalty-free music out there. I just need to get around to actually having a what do you call it? A playlist set up. Because you can't play actual music, can you? Like copyrighted music. I did try playing Second Empire music once, but people found it annoying, saying it was distracting. If people really want, I will play music. I'll even sing to you. Captain Forsyth, though you might think your results are crappy or not very good, it's all learning. Like, you start off like that and then you find ways to improve it. Don't give up. If you give up, then the negativity is won. For the next stream, Lucas, I'll try and put some music in. Because let me see. Oh, there's my movies. Don't want to see my movies. And you don't want to see that. That's shit. See all those Doctor Who audios. Oh, piss off. Sorry, I hate iTunes when it duplicates bloody things. I don't want Second Empire. Wii video? What? Are you sure? Okay, I'll try this at the can you where is the wow, I really need to organise this. I'm not sure if you can hear that. I don't think you can hear that, can you? It's not showing up in the thing. Oh well. Because I'm on a Mac. What anime do I like? Death Note, Gundam, Bleach. Just starting to watch Dragon Ball. There's a load of Full Metal Alchemist. Ergo Proxy. Have we got any up here? Ghost in the Shell, obviously. Full Metal Officer. Pokemon, the original. Oh well, I was trying to play the music, but are you really deaf? No. Galaxy Railway. I've never heard of that. Oh, my girlfriend's getting me into watching Yu Yu Hakusho. I've only watched one episode so far. I'm about half an hour from being done Animal King. Oh, I mean with this live stream, with the episode, oh, a long way. Okay. Next, we need Greg's-Nall again. 21. Thank you. Back in a second. I now have light and can see. Greg's-Nall, sweetie, could you come over here, please? Thank you. And you need to be a little bit further away from me. No, I know. Come on. That way. What clip do I need from Greg's-Nall? It now seems really quiet now I've turned that music off. It is starting to bug me. Oh well. What, from stress, or she just punched you? They can switch out their guns for arms. Same with the Darks with 2 arms. They can switch out guns. It's just what they're assigned to. Oh, you should have been here last stream, Animal King. They were having a full-blown domestic on stream. Please. If it's cool, I'll watch it. Whoops. Shouldn't have done that. You'll think you know pain. I was born with it. Molded by it. Hello, Mevo. I just want to do a Dalek voice in the style of Bane now. I think not, Mr. Dalek Man. dynamic Grixnall shot. I need to add him as well in the background. That's a section. That's not Grixnall, is it? Dalek types. Why won't it let you? What? Post a link in the chat? Hello, Lucas. Right, I need something very special. We're gonna have to visit an old friend. Hello, Agent 700. Oh, how I've missed you so. Don't worry. Oh, you don't have it. Shame. Oh, I know where I can get one. Remember me. You look away for a moment and then all of a sudden everything's gone to hell. Thank you, Lucas. Where are you? There you are. Oh, don't look. Spoilers. Bye, Lucas. I should be streaming next week if you're interested. It's like an episode of Forensic Files. Little did they realise while the live stream was going on, he was slowly being suffocated to death. And the question is, how did that data get into the corner? But we don't need to know. I do prefer the new light up to the old one. Looks better. No, I do not play Destiny. The only really grindy game I play, well, the only grindy games I play, is World of Warships and World of Tanks. But I'm not the sort of person that can just sit down and play a game for like a whole day. I guess the closest I've come to that is Minecraft, but that's a game where you kind of have to think about things. And I was with people, so we were talking all day as well. Is that one the one from the... See, okay, here's my thoughts on a female doctor. It's stupid, it really is, because I don't get why everyone's so obsessed with it. It's not being... I'm not saying... It's not saying... I think it'd be completely different if the doctor was female, and then all of a sudden decides to make her male. There would be outcry about it, and it's yeah, just keep him male. It's really, there's no need. If you want a strong female Time Lord, okay, Captain Forsyth, bye bye. But if you want a strong female Time Lord, there have been plenty before. It's not hard to write a strong female character. It's quite fun as well. And not have them be some kind of just sex object. I hate that. Like, oh, I'm a female, I must be worshipped by all. Nope. I just got called a sexist the other day because I called the woman an idiot. I said, no, she's an idiot because she's an idiot, not because she's a woman. It's like the same way it's not racist if you call someone of a different colour or religion or whatever stupid. It's like, I'm not calling the entire race, religion or species. Christ. Too sensitive nowadays. And that is a wrap on Greg's Gnarl for this episode. They missed an opportunity to miss. I've said this before, but they should have made her the Rani. I'm just not a fan of them changing the sex of the characters because I don't know, just seems like an unnecessary thing. Yeah, women should be in the kitchen. I am all for women's rights. A woman should have the right to make a sandwich whenever she wants, and wherever she wants. And if that doesn't get me flagged, nothing will. Oh no. Oh no. Please don't tell me I've done that for every single shot. Yep, I have. Well, let's look at it this way. If Rose ever came back, she would have confused thoughts. Doctor, why are you suddenly a woman? Change button. mean the little girl? It's the Sandwich Freedom Act, 1986. Only 9, 10. Not really, because, well, you could argue that it does, but it just happened to go into a female body. 9, 10, 11, 13, 15, 17, 21. Oh, I need to do number 11 properly. Although technically you could argue that it wouldn't fit in a body it wasn't compatible with, so it has to be a female. If you wanted to. That was a weird episode. I must admit she does seem less annoying now we've had so many seasons with Clara, but my main problem with Rose is whenever she was on screen it was all about her. Like, Doctor Who has never been about the companions, it's always been about the Doctor, like, taking them around. Worst person to play number 13. Worst person to play number 13. Oh, that's alright. I want Idris Elba to play number 13. Let's make that Dr. Black. Because if people want to make him a woman, why not make him black? But worst person to play number 13? I don't know. Who? Who's... I don't even know who that is. apart from that, she's a skanky chav that goes, "Oh, look at me, I'm special." Oh, no, I'm not. I'm with this man I just met. I love him for some reason. I thought he loved me, even though he's 900 years old. I say something instead of something. Okay, that was funny. Shiniqua. Alan Davis should play 13. Where is the security Dalek? Trying to think if you've missed anything there. No, she should be. Oh yeah, you've covered that. And she should be asexual. No. They should get a little kid to play the Doctor. Make it like a Blue Peter kind of like competition. The way they got them to design that stupid absorb a lot thing. Okay, did I not record these? I thought I did. Yes, number 5. Although it isn't Vrengs, it's... Yeah, I do think they went a bit young with Matt Smith. He grew on me by the end, but... It's actually kind of interesting to see how much he kind of matured. This is what happens when you do wrong. You need that. Not last year, but the year before. I was at Comic-Con and this woman comes up to me and says, "Hi," and I'm like, "Hello, do you want a picture?" "No." "Okay." Um, she's like, "Do you know that women at this convention are being abused?" I'm like, "What? What sort of, this is not that sort of convention." I was like, "People are taking pictures of them." I was like, "Yes, that's what they do, but they're inappropriate pictures. Have you seen the way they dress? They kind of want to be taking pictures of like that. It's like, they're not exactly dressing up as nuns." It's like, how can you condone such actions? Like, ain't my problem. And she proceeded to lecture me for about 25 minutes about how I was part of the problem. I'm like, I really, really don't care. As soon as they get touchy-feely, then that's wrong. But you're in a public place and you're wearing a costume to be taken pictures of. Just look at Jessica Negri. That's who they all want to be. No, I wouldn't say that because that's wrong. The funny thing is, I was wearing a GoPro at the time, so I've got the entire conversation on camera. Unfortunately, she said, "Can you not use that footage, please, if the camera's on?" I was like, "Okay." So it's for my personal enjoyment only. It's amazing she didn't see it. I'm wearing a big fursuit head with a giant camera on it. It's like, "Oh, I did not see that camera. You're obviously trying to secretly film me." No, I haven't heard of that. Um, the Doctor in the Second Empire. By this time, the Doctor's dead. In the Second Empire universe, and oh shit, I think the thing's just crashed. Oh, phew. The Doctor died in the time of the Silver Emperor. There will be mentions of him, like little Easter eggs, but he won't be in the series itself now. Trouble is, there's a whole gang of them, and yeah, she probably would have snapped her fingers, and I would have been bundled into the back of a van. and never seen again. No, wait, I have Daleks to animate. Unhand me. That's all you need to do to threaten an animator. Just threaten them from their hands. It's like, no, I need these. See these hands? They are 3D modeling and animation hands. I don't know yet. I haven't written that bit. I was about to check my emails. That was stupid. Yes, he was exterminated. Also, the legends say, I'm leaving it open-ended, like, no one's heard from him in, like, hundreds of years, and he was last seen being captured by the Daleks. Excuse me. We're just talking about something that happened at Comic-Con. I wish I could, but sadly I can't. For one reason, I can't do the sound effect, and two, people are sleeping, so I have to keep my voice down. That's why I sound so croaky. One of these days I'll get around to figuring out how to do live sound effects, voice effects. I was going to try and do like some Let's Plays as a Dalek, but they just sounded stupid. Favourite Dalek episode? Planet of the Daleks from John Pertwee, Third Doctor era. What the heck is that from? Oh, you need to catch up. I know who the time controller is. And he will not be in this series because these Daleks don't have temporal engineering. They know about it, but they're not allowed to use it. Because they have a treaty with the Time Lords, thus preventing a time war. I'll probably play the new one when it comes out, but I can't get back into the other one. I play a couple of games, but then I get bored. Right. Fix folders. Scene 16, shot 23. No? What does no mean? They wouldn't like these Daleks. I'm not saying it won't happen, but yeah. You'll have to wait and see, or you'll have to read the comic to find out. And another page. Done. What's that from? Animal King? Sorry if you already said, but I wasn't really paying attention. No, because they are not mine to sell. Ah, okay. The Genesis arc already does exist in the Second Empire universe. It is a repository of all Dalek DNA, like a complete history. The episode Dalek was basically a reworking of a audio story called Jubilee. It was okay. Bit weird, but the Cult of Skaro have the Genesis arc in Second Empire. And it is not Time Lord technology, it is Dalek technology. Well, kind of half and half. The Silver Emperor would rely more on his Imperial Legion because during the Silver Emperor's reign, the Imperial Legion, who Turd controls in the Second Empire, is actually more dangerous than the ones we see in the Second Empire because they're actually in the middle of a big war, whereas the Imperial Legion in Turd's time aren't. They're not. They're just basically parade ground troopers. They're not used to combat. That's why they're so ineffective. It's fine. But, no talking than some talking than none. Yeah, by the Golden Emperor's time, the Daleks have become like complacent with their high standing technology. Yep, they will be, but they will be slightly different to the series. I will tell you what I mean by that if you want me to. I don't know actually. I'd say they're very similar but different in some key. I think that the Second Empire Daleks are able to function more individually, but the NSD Time War Daleks probably have the advantage in terms of like stopping power. Like they are literally like a brick wall charging at you. The cult of Skara in Second Empire consists of Sek, Thay, Jast, and Khan, and another Dalek called Rabe, who was Jast's original name in Doomsday. So me and Phil, the writer of the story, basically made him a fifth member. They have their own base on the moon of Falcus, which is a reference to Idevros, one of Skara's moons. And they are essentially the guardians of the Empire. They make sure everything is as it should be. Daleks are true to what a Dalek is. And when the Silver Emperor dies and the Golden Emperor turns up, he doesn't like the cult of Skara. He basically sees them as heretics and orders their extermination and wants what they have. He wants the Genesis Ark and all their technology because they're like the FBI. They investigate strange goings on in the Empire that falls in like the weird black spot of security. So any like blue box sightings they'd investigate and that sort of thing. Sek is the leader, Thay is the second in command, Jast is the scientist, and Khan is the strategist. And Rabe is the sub-commander of the base. Yeah, that's what I said. Sek is the leader. But they don't actually have ranks. The Daleks in the actual cult, because there are like 300 cultists, but they're the four main members are like they're called the Lords of Skaro. It's just to get around Daleks calling them like either by their first name. So when a Dalek comes up to them, they'd say Lord Sek, or it's like a reference to Daleks in Manhattan when Diagorus calls Sek Lord Sek. I play Sek Khan. Phil Owen plays Jast and Thay. You've already met. I have, yes. Interesting. Very interesting. Jeffrey Beavers is probably my favourite voice of the Master. He's just got that silky kind of like... I could just listen to his voice for hours, basically. Could be reading a DVD manual and you'd be like, yeah, this is cool. Daleks are genderless, so they're neither male or female, but they do sometimes have female-ish voices, simply because it's like a random genetic trait, so that's why we have a couple of ladies voicing Daleks, and that's why Grexol sounds female. Yeah, and his people were male and female. Only in the sense that they're only transgender in the sense that they have both male and female DNA, so like, but it doesn't affect them physically. Yeah, they're completely, well, they're genderless. They're neither one or the other. Yeah, but that's just the modulation. You could easily change the modulation. It's just like the accepted norm that Daleks always sound male. So the Catherine who voices Grexol will also be voicing the Silver Emperor, and he will not have the deep booming voice. He will be very kind of like controlled and almost like calm, but will, if he needs to get a point across, he can like snap his voice, or it can snap his voice, so he'll be instantly jarred. I really need to get this scene done. What? No. Daleks reproduce by extracting DNA from them, like samples, and then essentially using that to grow a new Dalek. But they're not directly clones. Each DNA is given a little bit of like randomization. So it's almost like, say for example, this Dalek would have some DNA taken from it, and then the Dalek to be produced off that would be like, I don't want to say his son, but like a relative, genetically speaking. Because if you have direct clones and one of them gets ill, all of the clones can catch that exact same illness. This way it guards against that. Uh, sort of. They kind of have religion. They say, "May the fates be with you," so I guess they believe in a certain amount of like faith in things. If you have Paradigm Daleks in your series, which are pure, which the Renegades think they are, what colour and size would you have? What names, ranks would you give them? If you win in Second Empire, 1 second. They're there. That's hang on, I can show you them actually. Here they are. They're basically in the history vault as a failed prototype. Essentially like a Mickey take of Daleks. All the proportions are wrong, and actually they're bent over. I think it's quite funny. Some of Ian's Daleks. A couple of my Daleks were meant to be in here, but they didn't make it in because there wasn't room. Or they weren't good enough, I don't know. Probably because they weren't good enough, they just look like Daleks. There's the Silver Emperor. And there's a cool spider Dalek over there. I don't know. Right, last shot. And then I've got to end this stream. 26. I don't want to make a Dalek pick something up, so I'm going to cheat and zoom in a bit. But I still need to have Grixnal in the shot. When the new one comes out, whenever that is when I'll play Battlefront again. Can play other games if you really want me to. If I have them. Are they actually properly in the game? If so, I am ecstatic. Really, I am. Because, yeah, clones are awesome. I mean, Battlefront was good. It just got very boring very quickly. I guess I'm not the sort of person that can play a multiplayer shooter, just endlessly. I mean, I like the fact that you had to get more experience to get better guns, but it would have been nice to get better armor too. That's one thing I think Halo could do. Like, the armor that you get should actually do something. So if you get a better helmet with more zoom or thermal. Also, I see they're continuing on the trend of a female character. That could get old very quickly if it's just the same thing over and over again. Get rid of you, get rid of you, get rid of you. Oh, that's kind of a cool shot. I like that. Gregson, I was like, yes, I am cool. I am awesome. I am supreme. Sweet. I think when you're flying a vehicle on the map, when you're defending against the walkers or something, you should be able to do more, because if you've not got anything else to attack, like another fighter or... I prefer the Empire, but I do like the battle droids. think you should be able to fly a TIE bomber. That would be quite cool. 2-player, 1 flies, 1 bombs. But then that would require actual cooperation, and that in video games is difficult. Oh should not have done that. Who do you think is better? Daleks oh no. Daleks coming against a Star Destroyer. Probably to save the Empire. Simply because they had their numbers. But the Daleks would put up a hell of a fight. Okay guys, I'm going to end the stream here. Longest stream to date. I hope to do another one of these on Sunday. Thank you very much for watching. If you're feeling generous, please check out my Patreon. Support me in any way you can, because if I can cut down on days working, I can start producing more content for you guys to enjoy. Yeah, thank you very much for watching, and I'll see you in the next one.